Thank you. I know we're here because of the Super Bowl. You know, I look around at some of my fellow NFL players who are here, and it's kind of funny. Mr. Coach Calick referred to my humble beginnings in football. I remember Zach a couple years ago when I was still training up at Concordia, which is not exactly known for producing NFL players, and here he is playing in the NFL. I can remember we drafted Tyrone Carter with the Vikings, and you know Tyrone, everyone said, he's too small. He's too small to play in the NFL. He won 2 Super Bowls, played for, down 10 years? 12, played for 12 years, 2 Super Bowls. Anybody can win 1, but just win 2. I remember E.J. Henderson, when he's coming out of college, we drafted him in the 2nd round. I remember ever saying, E.J. Henderson's got a bad back, he'll never last in the NFL. Played a long time. I remember one time in practice, I remember when he took Withrow's helmet off. It was unbelievable. And Bob Lurtzman proves you don't even need talent to play in the NFL. You just need to make the most of your opportunities. But all these guys and Marcus too. I mean, all of us, I would say, you know, we have what the world would qualify as success. All right, and that's part of it. That's really achievement. But look at what's going on here. What's going on in your lives right now? And I'm speaking to the students. You know, I've been 16, 17, 18 before. You haven't been 39. So I know you have a lot of big things coming up in your life. I know a lot of you probably have it all planned out. You know, you're thinking about college, what you're going to do for a career. There's really important decisions like who you're going to ask to prom, those types of things, right? But it's good to take a step back and think about the gifts that God has given you. I mean, a lot of us, to a certain extent, we are products of our environment. I'm very blessed. I do come from a great family. That foundation was continued to be laid here when I was at Cretin-Derham Hall, even at St. Thomas Academy a little bit. I had this freshman year religion teacher at St. Thomas Academy. His name was Mr. Miley. He's a pretty good guy. But you are all part of something a lot bigger than yourselves. You're all part of the Cretin-Derham Hall community. And there's a lot of great tools here. I've been all around the country. I've spoken at hundreds of schools. This place is pretty special for a lot of reasons. And you need to think about more than just yourself. I think when you need to take a step back, you need to pray let God's will work in your life. What does He want you to do? Because He's put you here for a reason. He's given all of us a lot for a reason. Don't think about what you can do for yourself, but what can you do with your talents and your platform, whether it be in football, whatever it's in. What can you do with that to make the world better? That's what He calls us to do. We know this school is an amazing place. It's produced amazing alumni. A lot of them we've all heard of, a lot of them we haven't heard of. Their names aren't on the tip of our tongues. They're doing amazing things. They're changing lives every single day. We know we're all part of something bigger than ourselves. You have to keep that in mind. Because you'll get old like me one day, and you'll come back to the school and it'll look differently. I mean, I can't believe we have goalposts now out on the football field. We didn't have goalposts when I was here. Huh? 2 seniors. We never missed any kicks, right? Never missed any kicks. I think it was all gravel out there too. I think, it was a lot hard uphill both ways. You'll come back someday though. You'll always be part. Well, if you graduate from Cretin-Derham Hall, you'll always be part of the Cretin-Derham Hall community. And you'll all be part of something even bigger than that, and even more special than that. You're part of God's family. A lot of you are part of the Catholic faith. You keep that in mind. Let that work in your lives. When I fortunate to play 15 years in the NFL, and my last year in the NFL, I was fortunate enough to be on a Super Bowl team. And everyone would ask me, what's it like? And you played so long, and you finally got to win a Super Bowl. Does this validate your career? Does this make you whole? And reporters, sports reporters, they're not real bright, so you just kind of give them the answers that they want to hear. But deep down, as a person, if you're not enough without a Super Bowl ring, you're not going to be enough with it. So don't always focus on the outcome. Focus on the journey. All of us are a work in progress. Coach Calick tells those stories You know, yeah, I was no angel. I'd like to think generally I'm trying to trend this way, but it's like this, it still is. But focus on the journey, focus on taking the right steps. Focus on praying for God's will to work in your life. And that's really what greatness is. And that's how it's achieved. So it is my honor. You know, I work for the NFL now in the corporate office in New York, and they asked me as part of my job to come back to my high school and present them with this trophy to commemorate the celebration of the 50th Super Bowl. And so I'm actually working right now. So this is a pretty good deal for me. Not a tough duty, but is it in here? Can I open it? Here we go. Coach Cal, on behalf of the National Football League and the celebration of the 50th Super Bowl this year, we look at this as a celebration of our values, and we at the NFL happen to think that football is much more than a sport. That it's an institution that instills values and characters and forges young men. So on behalf of the National Football League, I present this golden football to Cretin-Derham High School.
Go Raiders!